Hello and welcome back to the tutorial for Science Year 4, Unit 2, States of Matter, and this is video part 2. This video will walk you through the following areas: how to adapt activities and lessons, and key moments within the unit to look out for. Adapting activities can be easily done by using the ebook workbook and the snipping tool to paste the activity onto a Word or published document and edit it. From there, you can print it and stick the adapted activity into your exercise book or directly over the workbook original activity. You may be familiar with the snip tool, but it can be found by searching in the search bar or simultaneously pressing Windows, Shift and S. Drag your mouse to highlight the area you want to copy, and that selection of your screen can be copied onto your clipboard and then onto your Word or Publisher document. Now I'm going to walk you through how you can adapt activities in the pupil workbook. We don't have time to go through every activity in this unit, so I have selected one or two from each lesson. The adaptations we look at here are suggestions, and you should use what works best for your pupils, but hopefully this is a useful starting point for you and will start a bank of adaptation ideas. In Lesson 1, pupils need to complete this table. Support pupils by giving an example of each state of matter. You could create cards of the object and its properties for pupils to sort and stick in, then tick the state it's in. And to stretch pupils, you could show pupils an image and ask what state it is and why. For example, ice cream. In Lesson 2, pupils undertake an investigation. To support pupils, you can give pupils sentence stems so they can focus on what the question is asking rather than the writing. You could add boxes for some or all freezing points on the thermometer. And for further support, you could add some or all of the freezing points for pupils to add. Stretch pupils by asking pupils to explain or write if the speed of flow has a relationship to the liquid's freezing point. In Lesson 3, pupils need to write up an investigation. Support pupils by adding statements for pupils to read and tick the correct option. And stretch pupils by asking pupils to create a set of instructions for someone else carrying out the investigation. Lesson 4 requires pupils to undertake another investigation. When pupils are required to undertake multiple write activities, for example for an investigation, create information text boxes for pupils to read and stick correctly into the correct section. You could do this for all the sections or just one or two. Stretch pupils by asking pupils to answer more challenging questions such as, why do you think different materials have different melting points? In Lesson 5, pupils need to write up their results and write down the conclusion. Support pupils by giving options for pupils to read and tick for the conclusion. And list correct and incorrect options for pupils to read and circle. Stretch pupils by showing pupils images of washing and ask if they can explain which would dry first and why. In Lesson 6, pupils need to answer 2 write activities. You can support pupils by giving them the keywords to fill in the missing gaps. And you could add boxes to the diagram so pupils know where the label should go. Stretch pupils by asking pupils to write in their own words what happens in a water cycle. Prepare for the unit by planning an engaging hook to get pupils excited for the learning to come. Print off any additional resources per lesson, and gather resources for specific lessons using the unit planning guide. Hopefully you now feel confident about accessing and teaching this unit. Any questions, please send to primarymastery@curriculumplus.org.uk. We welcome all feedback to ensure these resources are as supportive as possible. Thank you.